Come on, Shami, you had a dream. Come on, Shami, let me tell you what the dream means. You had a dream. Come here. You didn't have a dream. What you call a dream sometimes is not a dream. You went into the realm and you saw what is about to happen. And what you saw, it's to be stopped before it will happen. I saw 14th of January as when what you saw in the dream will happen. But if you think it's in a dream, it's not a dream. That's what we're trying to deal with. When you sleep, in as much as you're trying to say you're having a dream, let nobody lie to you. I've taught you how to enter the dream world. You're there to search out what is about to happen. Then you stop the things that ought not to happen. And the ones that ought to happen, you speak them into existence. You open Chronos and you command them to happen. Are you hearing me? Show us the dream. What dream did you have?
I had a dream where I was in the kitchen. I was feeding my son. He's currently 8 months.
Your son is 8 months?
Yes, Papa.
So you were in the dream world. You were feeding the child?
Yes, sir.
So then what happened?
I was feeding him bologna and it got stuck in his throat. And he was struggling to breathe. He turned red. And I took my finger and I pushed it down, the bologna down his throat. And it turned white. And then it turned red again. And then I started doing the pumping his tummy. But then he went so weak, he was lifeless. I put him down on the counter in the kitchen. And I just remember he was lifeless.
Okay. So you found you were feeding your child, male or female? Your son. You were feeding him and suddenly he choked. And you were trying to help him out in that dream. And he turned red, he turned white, turned red, gets better, gets worse, red, worse, better, white, gets better, and finally he became lifeless. So that choking led to his death. So it means this is something about to happen. See that? Now what do we do? You need to enter back into that time. You're going to go back there and not feed him. Don't feed him. Then you eliminate that timeline. Look at me. Go back. Take away that food. Go. Good. You just reversed. That's all. It's removed. Now, to an unbeliever, he or she will have that dream and move on. The next day, a few months later, they will lose their precious child because he didn't understand the meaning, and he didn't even. The person doesn't know that he or she could actually go back in time, because once it is still in the dream world, you can revisit it, either through the means that have helped Hannah or through your imaginations. You can pick up that in your imagination, travel back there, then see yourself about to feed the child and then stop it. Just your simple imagination will do the job. Just go back to, you don't even know that there is power in your imagination. Even the Bible talked about casting down your imaginations. You can travel. Okay, once she had that dream, why were you able to remember the dream? Because of your imagination.
Yes, Papa.
She had a dream and she could remember it. By remembering your dream, you know what you did? You traveled into it. Thank you. Just by remembering the dream, it's a means of traveling back to time because you were able to remember it and then you can tell it. Do you know that because you could remember that dream, you can go back in time and reverse it?
Perfect evening, saints. I had a dream where I dreamt that my son was choking on food. When Papa prayed for me tonight, Papa said I should take away the food. I imagined me taking away, because Papa also taught us that we can go back into our dreams, we can reverse what we just dreamt by doing what we would do. So I took away the food, and it was as if I took it, I could feel my hand taking away the food. And Papa said it's done, it's finished. I felt so relieved because Pastor John said that he saw that on the 14th of January 2023 that this would happen. And I don't know, we are so beyond blessed for Pastor John to constantly do the sacrifices, because if he was not going into his depths and his heights, he would not be able to guide us and prevent things from happening in this time. I have a son that is going to be safe on the 14th of January, and I'm really grateful for that. And I want to thank Papa for doing what he's doing for us. I want to thank Mama for constantly sacrificing, and we should really start yielding, and we should listen to the teachings that Papa teaches us, because it's for our own benefit. It's to prevent disappointment. And I thank God for sending Pastor John and Pastor Anosike for my family. Today is the 30th, and I am here to testify that my son is doing perfect. He's growing so quickly, and on the 14th, I remembered that today is the 14th and what Papa said, and I just knew that I have peace in my heart that this will be a perfect day. That day he slept through so much more than he usually does. The day went quickly by, and I was so grateful. I had so much gratefulness in my heart, because I knew that that day could have been so much different. That day I would have had sorrow. I would have been planning the next day unbearable things. My marriage would never be the same because of this ordeal that would have happened on the 14th. So he's growing, he's big, he's a lot, he's a handful, and I want to thank God for my bundle of joy that he spared his life.
Due to malicious and fraudulent activities, please note that these are the only official 2 accounts of the ministry. For EFT or bank transfer, bank, First National Bank, FNB, account name, New World Faith Ministries, account number 622-67035-048, branch, Woodstock, branch code 250655, SWIFT code FIRNZAJJ. Building project banking details. City of Sons. Bank, First National Bank, FNB. Account name, New World Faith Ministries. Account number 623-569-03578. Branch code 250655. Branch, Woodstock. SWIFT code FIRNZAJJ. To give online, kindly visit our website and use the following link: www.spiritrevelationchurch.org/give. Here, you can give via PayFast for those that are in Southern Africa, and PayPal for international donations. Please note that the following is our official and only PayPal email for the ministry: donations@spiritrevelationchurch.org. Kindly report any suspicious activities to our emergency line, +27 63 423 5895 or email info@spiritrevelationchurch.org.